coarse material at that. Since the other material that we saw on the borehole upstream of the test section was borderline, and this one is definitely a coarse sandy subgrade, this test section will change cells due to its subgrade classification. There's no question as to this being whether this is coarse or fine. This is obviously coarse. You can see, looking at the Carpenter's rule in this test hole, we have somewhat less asphalt concrete than we had back in the other one. Up there we had a little bit over 4 inches all total, including the friction course. Here we have appears to be around 3 1/3 inches, roughly 3 3/8 inches, something like that, of asphalt concrete, with some of that being comprised of the friction course. The other materials which came out of the hole, which we saw a little bit earlier, are the crushed stone base material, the sub-base here, and then the subgrade. Material is looking like it's considerably thinner than what we had back there. It appeared to be about 1 inch or so back at the one upstream of the test section. Here it appears to be closer to 1/2 inch. Of course, that may be because we're closer to the wheel path here, and the friction course may have been compacted a bit more than it was back at the section we looked at before. The test section for 11001, after having drilled the boreholes on either end of it. So as we saw, I guess if you average it out among the boreholes that we saw in the test section, that we would still be in the thin category for the structural asphalt concrete. We still have a thin granular base thickness. However, if one considers the effect of the sub-base, that might be consideration for changing its category in that respect. And the subgrade appeared to be predominantly coarse rather than fine. Therefore, this project will be changing cells, and the effect of that is unknown at this time. Looking up from this, just to give a panoramic view, looking towards the southeast from where I'm standing, looking across the roadway, moving in a counterclockwise motion, looking back up on the upstream of the test section. You can see we've got plenty of sight distance here. We're on about a 0.5% grade, going up about a positive 0.5% grade on this particular section of roadway. We've got a little gravel crossover right here, just a little bit over 100 feet upstream of the test section. Continuing on, just getting a feel for the lay of the land around. See that we're in a rather uniform cut here. We're approximately 6 to 8 foot cut right in here. Appear to be a little bit deeper cut as we get on down towards the end of the test section, which may help account for the change in subgrade materials that we saw. Moving on down the test section. This area on this project was fog sealed a week ago today. Okay, they used type SS1 emulsion, cut back 50% using water, and it was they shot it at a rate of about 0.15 of a gallon on this. What that is a standard maintenance practice used, particularly where you have a porous friction course, to help hold the aggregate down and prevent raveling. The main types of distress that we see through here, and I'll get back to the use of the fog seal a little bit later. The main type of distress that we see in here, aside from some scarring caused by vehicles running on their rims, chewing up the friction course a little bit, is some rutting. Appears to be less than 1/2 inch. I don't have any means of measuring it with me. It's pretty safe to say that it is a 1/2 inch or less.